Hi, Molara. So, sorry, Amate. I have we have a major event tomorrow, so I'm at setup, as you know. Why are you holding your mouth? What happened? Okay, while we wait for people to join, I see Pastor Deku is already online, and I see Damola is online as well. Good evening, everyone. Uh, Again, continuing our series on reclaiming our craft. Um, so this is what, series 5? This is series 5. Yes, it is series 5. Today is Friday, and in our usual fashion, we would kind of do a recap of what happened yesterday, and then we'll dive straight into it and everything. So yesterday was about security, and like I've been saying, it's been a masterclass, really. Um, it went on to tie to the fact that all of the events sector affects themselves. Just like Ezekiel said on day one, how if we don't educate our clients to know that heavy decor requires a day before setup time, it will delay, events. And Mr. Komolafe went on to tell us for security, when your events are delayed and the decorator is not done on time, people tend to go inside to hide because they are unable to do a proper sweep because the event has been delayed. People have been standing outside, and then it messes up the caterers as well because when people come in, they're rushing inside as well, and everybody wants to eat at the same time. And then the ripple effect just affects all of us. So no man is an island. We all need each other. And I don't know, Malara.
Hello, how are you? Um, Basically, I think yesterday, what stood out for me was the need for not security but safety. Um, yeah, more of safety than security. The fact that in Nigeria we take a lot of things for granted, and I'm glad that Mr. Komalafe also expand expanded on that. They have always had because we take a lot of things for granted. We have an event, a hall filled with 1,500 people, and we only have one exit door that is functioning. Um, Sometimes the decorators have blocked the other exit door, and those are the things we take for granted. And the truth is, anything can happen at any point in time. So it's something we need to um, look at. The way safety is something we don't look at apart from security. And he talked about even security. Sometimes we take security for granted. We have a place that is filled with millionaires and billionaires, and next thing you are securing the place with maybe security that you're only paying 10,000 naira. How do you expect it to be secure? I think a lot of times we take a lot of things for granted in the event industry in Nigeria. And I think with time, it's something we need to start looking at, which is event insurance. Something with time, I think we need to start looking at. He also spoke about health, that, the day before, Presido spoke about mental well being, but he spoke about physical well being. That a lot of people have blood pressure issues that they don't know, high cholesterol, low sugar, that they don't know. And he also spoke, which that in my heart. He spoke about CPR, which is something APOEM has. APOEM has been on that. A lot of people need to know CPR, and he did give examples that they have saved a lot of lives because they've been able to do CPR training. And he also spoke about a lot of people want bouncers who have big bump and everything. And it's not really security. Securing a place is really not about that. And how the planner needs to carry the security team along from the beginning, not at the end, so that places are properly secure. And that again, we all need each other. We all need each other. I kept on saying that collaboration is key. We all need each other. So that's what I got from yesterday.
Thanks, Molara. So today is about the music people, the MCs, the DJs, and oh, there's Damola.
Hello, good
And
evening. Sorry, I'm in my car. I'm partly at an event, partly here, but we are good.
it's
So today is
okay.
about car people.
Yeah,
Eh?
so today is Friday. Everybody everybody is working.
But I feel
Everybody.
very honored being here tonight. Actually, thank you very much
Thank you
for
for
having me.
joining. I'm trying to DJ Bola is here as well.
World famous.
Yes. We can
What
see
is
your
with
feet.
food?
I don't
People
know
and
these
food.
OGs. The
What is with
OGs.
people and food?
The
DJ
OGs
Bola,
are
let's
giving
see your
us
food.
they are giving
Let,
us
let,
feet action.
And that's what happened yesterday.
uh,
You haven't turned your camera around.
I want to do that. I want to do that before I put it on.
Okay, so while we
DJ
wait for
B,
you.
World
Hey,
famous.
world famous.
yes, so
Where's Damola?
wait, let me try
Good
to get
evening,
him back.
World famous.
good evening, everybody.
World famous.
Good
Eh?
evening.
He
Good.
looks like a serious person.
I
I'm
look like
going to
what?
give you look like a serious person. They will know that you're a DJ. They'll
Am I
think
not a
that you're
serious
the
Okay,
person?
one
okay,
Akada.
Damola is back. We also
You know,
have I don't know, we can we do more than let me try to
I don't think you can do more than
we
four.
can do more than okay, so because we have God bless also. So God bless will join us later. So let's just quickly, especially Damola that needs to go back to his event. So for people that don't know Damola, anyway, there's nobody that doesn't know Damola.
Ah.
You know, he's he's the rave of the moment. He's the hottest, the one,
MC
the
Dapper.
only MC of all MCs.
Wow.
I know.
Yeah. Well, I'm hearing that for the first time. Thank you.
it's, it's okay. We like your humility. It's okay. We'll take it.
Thank
And
you.
for those that don't know DJ Bola or Fresh Prince, you can't even say you don't know him. That's just the truth.
World.
Yeah, so world famous
World
from
famous.
Unila to Surulere to Ikoyi to everywhere and everywhere.
To the days of, in fact,
That's
you should be the one singing Ojo Elegba, because your school was near
where I
Ojo
started.
Elegba now.
That's where I started from.
And
You
for
know.
those who don't know, DJ Bola has been playing for me since I was 16.
Ah.
Since I
Those
was
like
16 years old.
So now we know you
And
are
do the
old.
math now. Yes,
Now
I'm
we know you are
50.
old.
So DJ Bola has been DJing the rules of stay. When we are looking for boyfriends, then but DJ Bola playing all those sounds. So you are
thank you.
welcome into the hot
Welcome,
Thank you.
seat.
welcome.
Thank
So
you very
Damola,
much.
we're just going to throw your questions at you quickly so that
That's fine.
we can get you back to your event.
That's fine.
So within 24 hours, different people have been sending me a trending MC clip. Um, Basically, what it is that why is it that MCs talk out of point and they say things that are just, for example, at a wedding, why would MCs say things like, "Ah, daddy, when they carry your daughter home, hey, they will suck her breast," you know, stuff. I mean, stuff like that.
He's offline, but I'm sure he can tell us.
Oh,
I
is he
don't think,
offline?
yeah, I don't think that's only MC talking about they're at a wedding and the MC saying, "Oh, daddy, hold your girlfriend though. Don't let anybody carry another." They just I think MC can be so inappropriate. And what do they do? Where do they draw the line? Where do they draw the line? So those are the questions we have for you, Damola Ismail. Another question I have for MCs is: are we here to do games that is only games we are doing inter-house sports? That's me. I know
Can you
maybe
see me
that's
now?
a trend. That's what people like.
Can you see
But
me
those are
now?
questions we have
Yes.
for you.
All
So
right.
did you
So
hear
I
the
heard your
three we have?
question.
Okay.
So I think a lot of people need to do a bit of a background check before they get their MCs, because as far as I'm concerned and with the little knowledge I have, the MC is the driver of the flow of the day. And whatever you say or do will determine the direction of the event as the master of ceremonies. So a lot of people don't really do their background check on who they are trying to get. And so they just assume because this person is funny, or because this person talks a lot, or because this person is trendy, or because this person has put out a viral post, you feel that person is a fantastic MC. The reality is that these things are born out of experience, consistency, and the way one has developed himself over the years. For example, for me, there are certain values that drive the quality of services that I give. And one of those values is the fact that I will never make anybody feel uncomfortable. I will not say anything that will make anybody in the room feel uncomfortable. And that has been a driving force for me. A lot of MCs try to do things that they feel would trend, that they feel would get people's attention, that they feel would just bring about laughter, irrespective of how whoever feels in the hall. I feel it's before you get a good MC, you have to do your background check. Find out if anybody's recommending him. Try to find out yourself. Check his page. Check. Just going through a person's page, you have an idea of what the person stands for. You have an idea of the values that drives the person's actions, and you also try to listen to them speak. Before you get one. A lot of MCs just want to get laughs. They just want to get views. They just want to trend. And it's not a bad thing. But before you get anyone, be sure that this person has a track record of excellence on the job. Some people don't know how to draw the line. Our job requires emotional intelligence. It requires observation. It requires reading the room. It requires you don't just. It's not all the time you do. You have to do jokes. I'm a comedian, but I don't do jokes all the time because I read the room first. There are some rooms where by yourself, you know that this environment is not for comedy. So I'm not going to crack any joke. Rather, I will do other things that will engage the audience. And you don't just serve them once, you serve them in bits. So that you first gain their acceptance, you first gain their attention, gain their acceptance, and then you can, continue. But you need to be careful as a master of ceremonies to be sure that everything you are saying, consciously or unconsciously, is synchronized. One is synchronizing his mind with his mouth so that
Okay.
there is no disconnection.
Okay, Damola, another thing. Why is it that MCs, you guys bring the people you are training to events and you hand over the microphones to them
Go to another event.
and go to another event, or
Yes.
just
And
just
take three events.
aside from even taking three events, that one is one. The other one is, I understand that you're training someone. Do you understand? Not you in particular, but just generally. You're training someone. You need an event for him to practice. You don't tell the event planner. You don't tell the client. And then the next thing, you just see one random person coming to crack one annoying joke we've heard 20 times over.
All right, let me explain that.
Okay.
I am a product of mentorship. Somebody
Mm-hmm.
brought me up.
Yes.
But before he was confident enough to give me the microphone,
Mm.
and he was sure
Mm.
that I would deliver at an excellent rate before he was confident enough to give me the microphone. Now, in a situation where one MC just brings a random person and gives the person the microphone,
Mm.
most of the time, that any MC that does that, maybe he has another event somewhere. But if you want to do such a thing, somehow you need to have informed the planner
They don't
which you have
inform.
not
They
even
don't. They
informed the
don't
planner.
inform the
They
planner.
don't inform, and the
Forget
person
it.
they bring
They don't.
always
If you
has
don't
bad
inform the planner,
English.
if you don't inform the planner, for example, now for me, it has happened to me a few times, and I must be honest, where I've had cause to drop somebody at an event, maybe because the event did not start early, and I needed to be somewhere else. But that person that I'm handing over to has worked, trust me, has worked with me for at least a year.
Yeah, but I didn't pay
Why
five
should you
And
be
million to
no, I
somewhere
send the
know,
else?
person.
I know. Wait, I'm
Why should you
coming.
be somewhere else
I
Eh,
when
am
you have
coming.
been
after
paid
paying five
for
I
5
million
hours?
and 10
I am
million.
Yes.
coming. It's not me that they paid for. Now let me explain. Let me explain. Let me explain. Let me explain. It has happened to me before,
Eh,
and I must be honest. I have people that work with me that have observed me over time that even almost sound like me.
It's a lie. They don't.
Almost, almost,
Mm.
almost sound like me. They cannot sound like me 100%, but almost sound like me. But that's not the issue now. Let's assume your event. I was told that your event is supposed to start at 2, and then eventually we are starting at 5. You understand? I will not pick 2 events at the same time. I will not do
Mm.
that. I will not have a wedding now and have another wedding at that same time. It will not happen. But it's possible that I can have a dinner by 7 p.m. if the wedding reception starts at 1. It's possible
Wedding
to possibly,
reception will start at 2.
let's say it
Normal,
starts
most
at
times
2.
starts at 2.
Let's say it
So
starts
let's
at
say
2.
5 hours.
Let's say
Five
5
hours
hours.
to 7
So
o'clock.
I
You
am
know
there,
that.
I'm there till about 7. And then, trust me, I would have done everything that I need to do. If I have to leave, whatever that is left may just be dance floor. And that person will, I would, the person knows that he cannot crack jokes or say anything outside announcements. The
You can
next
you can
person to
see.
dance, the next person to dance. But the mistake a lot of us make is that we just bring in a random person, or some of us will come late. They tell somebody to start. The person will not. The person does not know your values, does not know anything about you. The person just starts saying rubbish. That one is there. That is not a value that people like myself would adopt. If I'm going to leave an event, I will inform the planner. I will say, Ma, around this time, I'm going to leave, Ma. And if the person is like, so what will now happen? Say, don't worry, I'll finish. And I will actually finish. I will make sure I finish the event before I leave. I'm not going to take 2 weddings at the same time where both of them are starting at 2 p.m. It is not ethical. It's wrong. It is it is fundamentally wrong. But then, what if the event is supposed to start at 2? And then I have been there since 12 and they eventually start at 6. It has happened a lot of times.
But it's not very common. The
But it
other way is
happens,
common.
but it
That's
happens
why
a
I'm giving
lot.
you bombastic side guy, because most times it's the other way around. Yes, we see instances that, yeah, that the event will start late, but it's not common. What is more common is that MCs double book, or like you say, they take another job
After
and
we
they
pay
feel they
10
can
million
finish.
naira for
Eh,
services.
And they don't come with pen. Then they get to the venue and they'll be asking planner, do you have a pen? I don't
no,
understand.
no. Those ones are not ethical. As a
Oh,
master of ceremonies, you're
forget it.
supposed
I don't want to name names. I don't want able to say.
but the truth is that for me now, for me, I have my pen, I have my team, I have my guys. There's somebody that would have been at the event even before I arrive. Not to start the event, but to be giving me updates. Mr. Damola, the decor is already done. Mr. Damola, they are done with church. When they tell me that they are done with church, I know in my head that I
Yes,
have
that
to be
one is
very close.
understandable.
Do you
Yes,
understand?
that one is
But
But
let
getting
like
to
understandable.
the
like
event,
when it says,
wait
let
now.
us know. Let us
Yes,
really.
let us
I
know.
think the thing is, let us know. Let the planner
Yes,
know.
yes. No, for
It's
somebody
very
like me
important that
now,
you let the planner know.
for somebody like me, I make sure that I communicate a lot with planners. For example, anti Omega. If I have if I have an event, for example, and you call me, I will tell you, Auntie me, I have an event too. But let
Yes,
me be sure of the I will communicate with you.
you
I will
always
not
do.
leave you stranded. I will not leave you hanging.
I will
And
kill you.
and I can't do that. I will never do that. Do you understand? I can never do I personally I will never do, and I think that is what MCs need to learn. That
Yes.
You
Yes.
should not leave your planners hanging. You should not leave them stranded. You should not leave them. You should not push them into a tight corner where they don't know what to say or they can't defend you. You get it? I will not do
Okay,
that to
I
any
think
planner.
you said something, and
Yes,
I think we need you to enlighten us.
yes.
Um, what is the difference between an MC and what is the difference between a master of ceremony and a comedian? And what
Okay,
is the job of a master of ceremony? What is the job of a comedian? Because a lot of people don't know the
okay.
difference between the two.
Let me explain the difference between the two. Now, a master of ceremonies is that guy that comes out to ensure the seamless flow of an event. His job is to ensure that every item in the event flow is sequentially and seamlessly done. He ensures that everybody is carried along during the course of the event, and he ensures that the objective of the event is achieved. Is it a birthday? The celebrant has to be the center of attraction. Is it a book launch? The book has to be launched, the book has to be reviewed, and everybody should have a copy of the book. Is it a wedding? The couple should be the center of attraction, and everything has to be seamlessly and sequentially done, where everybody, every family member, or every family has their own special moment and special time. The couple must also have their special time. That is the job of a master of ceremonies. A comedian is that guy that comes forward to crack jokes. Can the master of ceremonies be a comedian? Yes. Can a comedian be a master of ceremonies? Yes. Is it possible for a master of ceremonies not to be a comedian? Yes. Is it possible for a comedian not to be a master of ceremonies? Yes. But it is also possible for one person to combine both capacities. By the grace of God, I have the capacity to combine both. I'm a master of ceremonies, I'm a stand-up comedian, I can combine the two. But it's not everybody that has the capacity to combine both. There are some comedians that don't know how to say the next item is the opening prayer, right? And there are some MCs that can't just even make you smile, not to talk of make you laugh. So when you are trying to get one, when you are trying to hire one, you need to be sure of what you really want. Do I want a master of ceremonies that is also a comedian? Or do I want a master, or do I just want a master of ceremonies? Or do I just want a comedian? Or do I want a master of ceremonies and a comedian? That I have a MC and I also have a comedian that at some point during the course of the event, you just come over to lighten the mood, do 10 minutes or 15 minutes and exit the space. So they are all different and it all depends on what you want and how you want it. So that's basically the difference between the two.
Thank you. You've explained it very well. I know you have to go soon. Another question I have for you is that why is it that MCs don't keep to the program most of the time?
It depends on the MC
It's
you
a
get.
serious problem. Again, this is from, I don't want to name names, but you tell the MC, this is how I want it.
Uh-huh.
Next thing, they are going overboard, they are doing something else. The bride says she wants to dance to this song. After that song, she wants the DJ to play. Next thing, the MC is saying, no, Ayefele should be the one. You know, why is it that?
No.
Mm-hmm.
I think professionalism makes the difference. For somebody like me, I stick to the brief 100%. If I want to use my discretion, I will seek your consent.
Okay,
So I
noted.
think it depends. I think it depends on the MC you get. But for me, Damola, I ask you, what do you want? Can I see your event flow? Oh, Damola, create one. I will show you. If you say this works, I'll make sure I stick to what you said works. If I have to use my discretion, I'm going to suggest it to you. This thing is happening now. If the woman should cut her cake now, the audience, everybody in the hall will go. Is it possible for us to cut the cake much later so that people can dance? I can suggest all those things to you. If you say no, she must cut it now. Trust me, she will cut it immediately. If I have to use my discretion, I will seek your consent before I do it. So I also think it depends on the master of ceremonies you get. Get one that is teachable, one that is flexible, and one that listens.
I think one that listens is the most important one.
Damola,
One that listens.
Yes,
thank you
ma.
so much for stopping by. We're going to have to say bye bye because the what they call it can only take I think 2 people. So
Yes.
TA is also waiting,
Ah,
and we have God
it
bless
will
as
give
well.
it will give more insights to. But I hope I answered your questions
Yes,
well.
you did.
Yes, you did.
Yes, you did.
Yes, you
Yes,
did.
you did. Thank
Thank
you.
you very
Thank you
much.
so much. Thank
Thank
you.
you
God
so much
bless
for
you.
having me.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma.
Okay.
So what question do you have for the Jibola?
God bless is supposed to join us, and then we'll do both
So what
together.
question do you have for the Jibola?
Well, part of the questions is why is it that it's always a problem when all those musicians come and they want to connect to a DJ sound system?
No, no, it's
DJs
the
that
DJ
don't
that wanted to band.
no that one too is one. The band they don't like the DJ to connect. The DJs don't like the what they call those people? Guest artists to
Artists to
connect.
connect.
Are you asking me that?
Yes, we're asking
Is
Yes,
you
that
we're
that.
asking that why.
Yes.
okay, I can speak for myself, not every other DJs. Now, let me start from where these uh, artists, not, I mean, DJ, not aligned artists.
Yay!
Hey, that's my brother.
Hey, we have God bless in the house. I was telling
How you
somebody
how you doing?
good. I was telling somebody today that gosh, I've known you for almost 20 years. The days
Yes,
of
yes.
Tissue
You
bar.
are you no before event planning. You are my fan.
Fact.
You used to be my fan now. You come to where I play now.
Yes, that
You
tissue
know,
bar.
yeah, Zova,
In
Tisuba,
fact,
Zova. Yeah, you understand?
it is
Before we
well.
started
Yeah,
working together.
Good to see you.
yeah,
Good
I
to
thought
see
I beg.
Now,
I don't get.
in short, this man will give me problem. DJ Bola.
That's what we are asking him. That
Yeah,
why
no, no,
is it
no.
that bands and DJs? Okay, let
I
me allow
heard
you. Go
that.
ahead, DJ Bola.
Yeah.
Let me clarify this. You know, problem that some DJs have with bands is some DJs are not mature enough that they spoil their speakers. When they play their music, they don't control their volume and they destroy their equipment. Most of the band doesn't like that. So some cases where the band and the DJ have that relationship is very easy. So if client said, "Oh, I have this band," oh,
Hmm.
I'll say, "Okay, it's someone I know, but talk to him first. Let him give you all the conditions that he will give you. I'm not calling, and that's more professional." Then maybe the band will say, "Look, oh, for this DJ to connect, oh, me, I go buy this to put for my generator. I go do this, I go do that. You need to pay me this amount." So that will be between the client or the event planner and the band. Then my own is I've already reduced my charges because I'm going to connect to band. But I will still have to give the band respect no matter what. Even if the band started yesterday, I'll still have to give him respect to call him that, "Look, I'm connecting to you. The client and you agree on whatever you want to agree, and I will just call him and just come and do my work, and there will be no problem." Now, talking about DJ and artists,
Yes.
sometimes these artists they get paid well and they will come and start dictating for the DJ, whereas some of them will pay a DJ to come and play for them. So in the case whereby artists did not come with the DJ and they just want to be dragging with the DJ, play my song, okay. And if the planner give me as a DJ the brief that we are expecting some artists, I don't have problem with that. Everybody is surviving. I will do the work for him. But if you did not brief me and the artist don't start showing up, I say, "Look, me, I can't pay for you." If the event planner now walk up to me and say, "Oh, we are sorry we didn't let you know," I will now call one of my staff, "Please come and do the work."
Communication.
But the moment is very key. It's very, very key. When I'm dealing with event planner, I ask, do you have a band? If you have a band, do you have sound? You then, okay, this is what I'm going to charge. And we agree. If you didn't tell me at that time that you're having a performing artist that will come and use my equipment, then there will be problem. Not that there will be problem, but I won't be the one that will play for the artist. Because some of those artists, sometimes they are very arrogant. They won't come and meet you, they just send somebody to you. Somebody that starts or start singing, maybe like 2 years ago, will come and talk. Even the person is not even as old as your own son or your daughter. They're coming to talk to you anyhow. It will be like they disrespecting you. But if the artist walk up to you, he himself will, sorry, I heard you are the DJ. Fantastic. You give me respect, I respect you. And that's the reason why if they tell me I have to work with a band, I will call that band. If I don't have his number, I'll collect the number from the planner. Call him and talk to him. Please, I'm working with you. I hope you and the clients have finalized on everything so that we won't have issues. We'll settle that behind the scene.
Okay.
So if an artist wanted to perform with a DJ and he cannot call him, I'm using your equipment, on that day, you should walk up to that person, not that you send someone that say, I want to perform. Sometimes I get upset when we do that. But before, I don't. I know we are all upset. But you now discover that this same artist that have been doing this work with before he start bringing his own DJ, you see him after you wanted to greet him, to walk past you because they have been making some money. So now, if you want to use my equipment,
Okay.
if you don't come to me directly, I will tell you you are not going to use my equipment. If you
Okay.
find beg me, beg me, I'll tell my boy to let work for me.
Okay. Thank
So
you.
that's it.
Thank you for that. That this question goes to God bless. First of all, I'd like to say thank you. Years ago, I'm sure you will remember, I was supposed to have a band. I'm not going to mention the band's name. And the band, like 3 days to the event, the band just said he wasn't going to perform. And I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do? And I called you. This was years ago. And you came and, you showed up. You showed up and it was those days of Federal Palace. You showed up and thank you. I'm going to say thank you. Thank you for that. And it
You're
was an
welcome.
For everybody
awesome time.
watching, OGs are the real deals, though. I'm telling
I can't
they
mention
are still in
event
the
planning in
business
those days and
all
not
this
mention
while.
God bless.
Yeah, so all this while,
And
and
God bless. Those were
they are
when,
still,
that's
what do
when
they call
event
it?
planning. I mean, those
Yeah.
days, those days of Federal Palace and Lagoon, those
Mm-hmm.
event planning
Yes,
was,
ma'am.
and those days were special. They were special.
Yeah,
To
so
me, it's not like, oh,
Muson was like a hotel.
yeah, it was a big deal. My
Yeah.
question to
Awesome.
you is not, I always fight with band. And my question is, why is it that the band go and sit down on seats that are reserved for guests? And even when you tell them they're eyeing you up and down the place, a band will now take a seat near the stage, which is for 10, that's already 10 seats already. And sometimes those seats are numbered. Then you give them chairs to sit down where the band is itself and they're eyeing you. What do you have to say about that?
Okay. I'm going to talk about me. You
Okay.
understand? Because
Okay.
like every band or CEOs or band leaders, there's a way you structure your own company. You understand? There's a reason why vendors meeting. We have vendors meeting. Vendors meeting is for us to correct all these things you're talking about. So if Ebony Band is involved, we always ask, even on the WhatsApp chat, when they say, okay, how many tables? We don't request for tables. We say this is the chairs we need, 20 chairs. This is what we need. And the chairs they should put the chairs beside the stage if there's space or behind the stage. So I'm talking for myself. There are bands and there are bands. You understand? Because this is business. But other bands just see it like they just come, they want to play, they don't want to listen. But for me, the reason why we have vendors meetings is to correct this question you asked me now. For me, Ebony Band, it does not happen like that. It does not. I they put my eye for everything. You understand? I put my eye for everything. So we request for chairs and not tables. So even me personally, if I see any member of my band sitting on any table, I will personally tell you to go back and sit down, sit on the chair, because these tables are reserved. They be counted because this is our client. You understand? Before everything, the tables are counted, the chairs are counted because of the invitees. You understand? So for me, it doesn't really happen on my own part. It does not.
Okay. The next question I have is for when it comes to sound. I think they call it Jezebel. Is it Jezebel or whatever? I hope I got the word right. How do we know the right sound that we shouldn't go beyond? Because honestly, right now I'm actually partially deaf because of all the speaker noise that and I didn't realize it. But actually I don't hear properly because of all the
Then
sound
all those big
back here.
speakers, all those big
So
speakers, they want to
all
put
those
like,
big
it's
speakers.
mostly those Fuji bands. They want to put like 30 inside the hall.
And how do we know where? So how do we know what's the who is safeguarding the minimum of what sound we can hear? Because at the end of the day, we have a colleague that she actually became deaf in one ear,
Yes.
fully deaf in one ear because of the sound at parties. So how do we control that? Who is controlling that? What
Okay,
is the
fine.
regulatory beyond
Okay,
that for that?
okay, fine. Okay, I will always remind you, I'll talk about a scenario of me, Ebony Band. Now, if I get contracted, for a job, I ask how many capacity. So if you say it's 200, I know the exact speakers to come with. I'm not going to come with the full load that I have. Then if you tell me 500, 1,000, I come with the full load that I have. And there are speakers and there are speakers. Line array, there are good line arrays, and there are some other make line arrays. So now if you can have the best speakers in this world, but if you don't have an engineer, a good engineer to drive it, is a problem. Now when you get an amateur engineer to drive your equipment, it's only just to make it loud. You understand? If you notice, there are speakers you put for where people are seated, and when they start playing, they won't sit there. They will move. But when it's Ebony Band, we know exactly the level of volume because the speakers are spread. We spread our speakers. You understand? So we can lower the speaker and somebody can sit in front of the speaker. You understand? So this question, it has to do with the engineer. Is the engineer, is the driver, is the main person. So if the speakers are not good, the only thing they need to do is just to increase the volume, of which is not right because it will start blasting. You understand? So I think that is it. It's the engineer. If the engineer is not good, you have a problem. Because if you meet them and tell them, okay, reduce the volume, you won't even hear anything. You won't even hear any sound at all. You won't hear. It's the
But
engineer.
is there a designated
Decibel,
number or amount
decibel.
that they should be
Alana, they are
using?
teaching you the word.
What did they say?
Odogu.
Omolara Akeosho is decibel, decibel.
I said it before. Oh,
Only,
Danny, yeah. I
only
said it.
decimal
No, I didn't
points.
say Decima. I said Jezebel. I said Jezebel. I know I didn't get it.
Jezebel call root me.
No, now, but she said, she wasn't too sure now.
He said,
Yeah, she wasn't too sure.
Jezebel. He said Jezebel.
I
On her
said I tried.
defense,
I
she
tried.
said she wasn't too sure. Me, I even laughed. It's okay. That's why they're asking all these questions, to correct them.
Oh, Christ.
At least I
So did
know.
I answer your question?
Yes, you did.
You
Yes,
have
you
to do
did.
with the engineer.
Okay. Femi,
Oh.
better work on your guests.
Yeah, so we
What?
have TA in the house, another OG in the house.
please,
We just
please,
we
I'm a Gen Z, please. I'm a Gen Z,
Ah,
Gen Z
Jezebel
MC.
guest.
we just bounce
We just bounced the Gen Z. We bounced him for you.
Gen ZMZ.
We we bounced we bounced the Gen Z. We
Onyovo, Miguosa.
we
I heard back. Rendo.
we But were TA, we have to give it to
asking.
you. Been around. Oh, TA, I have to give it to you. I have to give you your onions and your round of applause. You've been around for a while. And it's almost like, oh, Fegba, TA does not want to agree. He does not want to agree. Oh. You
I
will still
don't
be
know.
seeing him climbing the table. What he wasn't doing 20 years ago.
I
TA
don't know what
started
you're,
doing it
I
now.
don't know what
He will
you're
be
talking
climbing
about.
table. Removing Kini. What my question to you is, how have you been able to stay relevant over the years?
Oh,
Because it's a big one. A lot of people have come and gone, but you have stayed relevant. How have you been able to
I
do
think
it?
please need to hear it, really.
honestly speaking, like this, funny enough, coincidentally, this is the second time I'm answering this question today. I had a session with another fantastic upcoming lady MC today, and we're having this conversation. And this is the second time. How have you been relevant all this while? How have you kept? And my answer is always cliche to people, but it is my own truth, which is that it's just by the grace of God. That is it in a nutshell. Because like you said, we're many that started the journey together. Some are still doing it. Some are not as active as they are. Some have veered into other fields, but the consistency has just been powered by God's grace. Really, I tell people, I don't deceive myself. I'm not the most good looking. I'm not the best dressed. I'm not the funniest. I'm not the most eloquent. But I mean, I, maybe I'm the most graced. I can't say, but the grace of God upon my life, you can't argue it. The grace of God on what I do is just evident. I do my best, and then God just does the rest. I was sharing with the lady that one thing that has helped me is just to be consistent. Consistency. When you are paid well, deliver. When you are doing free jobs, deliver. Every opportunity is every platform or every performance opportunity is a marketing opportunity for the company that knows what it's doing. So even though they are not paying you, you know that you are seizing that moment and that opportunity to market yourself. So why not just kill it? You've already dressed up. You're already out there. You're already at the event. Why are you thinking, oh, I'm doing this one at just free job? No, it's the same attitude, the same excellence attitude that you carry from one venue to the other. And after a while, it begins to speak. I've been listening to the conversation you guys were having with Damola, and Damola, one of my very fantastic Aburos, all his points were valid. You from let's be honest with ourselves. You planners also have issues,
Yes.
We
And we've
know, we know, don't worry. We know.
and the issues with the planners, tends to affect the professionals you eventually engage, if I'm making sense. Because Damola made a valid point. Are you just booking an MC because he's your guy, he's your church person, because you like him, because he's your sisters, is your friends, your bestie's brother, or is your why? Do you get? Because if you are booking an MC strictly based on merit, there are some people who will not even make your list,
Yeah.
who will not make the cut. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what? And each event has an MC that it's not an how do I put it? Not all MCs are good for all events.
Yeah.
There are some events you will call me for that I'll be like, this is not my thing. Maybe
Mm.
back in the days when I was much younger, this was my thing. Like all those concerts in a hotel, Usher is in Nigeria, this one is in town, that one, all those concerts. It's not my thing. I promise you, I can help you beg basketball to give you discount. I can help you talk to Bovi. Those are my colleagues that I know that they hold their forts well in that kind of setting. That is their strength. But if you wake me up in the middle of the night, 3:35 a.m., say there's an event at 4 a.m., I wear my suit and I'm there.
Mm.
And it's a go. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you have to
know the kind of events you are doing and the MCs that are appropriate for those events. I heard Bemis talk about, why do MCs go off script? If you get a professional MC, they won't go off script. It's as simple as that. When I mean professional, I mean people who have been in the game for a while and they've learned, because we all learned on the jobs that there were jokes I would crack like 22 years ago or 20 years ago that now this is like my 30th year in the industry. I know what to do without even thinking about it. The events you go to planning that you don't want to crack jokes because they are meant to be serious event. But when you get to the event, you start seeing lapses that need to be covered. Then you start doing jokes just to
Exactly.
make everybody look good. Buy time, maybe the caterer is not ready, engage the crowd, cover everybody's shortcomings because that's what the MCs does. You cover all the lapses and run the events so that people assume it's a smooth flow. Sometimes when you are doing games and you are doing when you are doing games and carrying the audience and working the audience do not know why you are doing it. They just assume that okay, it's part of the program to do games. But you know that the planner told you that the caterer is still on Third Mainland Bridge.
That famous third mainland bridge.
Everybody joins on third Milan.
Only
Everyone is
third
always on
mainland bridge
top.
to talk.
I'm telling you. It's some of the things that we go through as MCs. But for me, um, seest thou a man diligent in his ways, he will stand before kings. And you just have to be diligent in what you are doing and be consistent with it. Whether you are the planner, whether you are the MC, whether you are the band. Look at God bless. I've been from back in the days when I was in Unilag. I've been jamming with this about here from Jazzville to
Real
to Tissue Bar.
matter to super, yes. So
From Jazzville to Tissue Bar before we now opened headquarters at Sway Bar. So we like and we're still rocking parties now. That tells you that the man is doing something right and he's doing
yes.
something, evolving with the times. And that's what the professionals try to do. You try to evolve with times. I, as much as I hate social media, my my one of my business managers for years, I can see she's online, told me she knows, they know me. I don't, I hate social media. It gives me like a what can I work here? It gives me like apprehension, like anxiety. I don't really
Yeah.
like it, but they force me to do it. That like you have to do it. You have to put things out there. You have to. So even at this age, I'm still adapting to that, and that is where what every professional, every event professional should seek to do: adapt to new trends. It's not the same decor that you people used to do back in the days that is the vogue now. Tastes have changed, times have evolved. The only way to remain relevant is to continuously evolve yourself and your creativity. I hope I've not spoken too much.
No.
No, no, you,
I talk
you
for a
just
living.
spoken too much. No, but you said very important thing, which is that you need to adapt. You need to constantly adapt and change, keep on changing. Because I was going to say, for a long time, people knew you as the wedding MC. Do you think
Yeah.
you are still the wedding MC or you are more all rounder now? But when it comes to MCing weddings, people always say, oh, TA, TA, TA. Do you think you've evolved more than that now?
I,
You still do wedding.
funny enough, you said, do I still do weddings? I have a wedding tomorrow. I have a big one at that. I don't know how I'm the one that does all the crowded big events, but it's all good. But anyway, so I mean, before I used to do a lot of corporate gigs, end of years, conferences and all whatnot. And these same people, when I do stuff for their companies, these same people call me and say, "Oh, can you do my birthday? It's my daughter's wedding." And party, I thought I was enjoying those corporates, but when I started doing more of the parties, I found out that read this one. Even if they don't pay me for it, I will enjoy this one. And after a while, I wasn't doing a lot of the corporates again. Then it became the private events, and I enjoy it as well. So for me, I'm just a master of ceremony. Don't forget, I started out as a stand-up comedian. I did that for about 15, 20 years, and I used to do concerts home and abroad. I got tired of it. I wanted more, so I focused on emceeing. And yeah, emceeing has been good to me, from corporate to private events, even to when I was doing television, when I was doing Time Out with TA. It was fun. I, I'm not that kind of person that boxes myself that I'm a wedding MC, I'm a corporate MC. I like to do everything as much
After
as I
party.
can. Sorry.
I said now
After party MC,
party.
we see him now
And
jumping on the
so
table.
so from the wedding MC, the turn up MC just came out
Turn
of
up
nowhere. Just the wedding MC metamorphosed into the turn up
turn up
MC. Just, you know, people just and it was, that's why I was saying that it was like me having fun, because people just liked that image of, you know, this guy is enjoying what he's doing and we're enjoying it as well. So why are you going to close? Why are you going to close? I'm like, the word, we are done. We've done closing remarks. I'm going out. They say no, wait for the after party, and it just started like that. If I have to wait for the after party, you pay me extra. They're like, we don't mind. We don't mind. Okay, so let's do it. But I mean, it is what, but there are hype men who are dedicated to that, who that is their ministry, and they do a much better job. But for people who are like my contemporaries, who would rather that I do everything, of course, I still do that as well. So I was just trying to find to express myself as much as I can with
But
the gift that God has
you're doing
given.
a good job expressing yourself. I'm going to ask one more question, which is, in the course of MC,
Yeah,
how do you manage, especially weddings?
yeah.
How do you manage dramatic weddings where the bride mother is not talking to the groom's father and all that? I mean,
I don't.
of course, I'm sure you've had those kind of instances. Have you been able to manage them?
I actually do, but with all due respect, I don't talk about my clients. Like,
No, I'm not asking you to talk about your clients. I'm just saying, how do you manage it?
there's no way I would talk about this without talking about a client. Okay, okay. You know what? Let me just say it this way: the position of an MC is very critical. That's why I believe, again, like I was saying, that perhaps for events, after your planner, the next most important person is your MC. Your MC and your music, very important, because the MC basically carries all the load. Is the one that is front facing. If they steal anybody's phone, is the MC they go to. If they don't like the music the DJ is playing, is the MC they go to. If they want the band, if they want to do a special request from the band, they go to the MC. If they've not been served food, is the MC they go to. Do you understand? So MCs they play very, very, crucial roles in covering everybody and things. But like I'll say, for me personally, as an MC, once we are aligned with the planner, the rest flows naturally. It flows organically. It's very critical that the MCs are in sync with the planner. And to buttress what Damola said, I'm going to say this because I say it to young MCs a lot. People's private events is not about you. You need to understand that, know that, and know peace. Somebody's birthday, somebody's wedding is not a concert. If you're a comedian and you want to do TA live, rent Muson Center, rent a hotel, charge gate fee, let people come in. It is not about you. It is about the client of the day. Celebrate them, let them feel good about themselves. They did not spend all that money for you to be the star of their day. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's a thin line. There's a thin line between being responsible and being outrightly irresponsible. Being outrightly irresponsible is that someone is paying you to make them look good, and you come there and you paint yourself as you are the only memory they have of that day.
Yeah.
So, in being in sync with the planner means that the planner knows the thoughts of the clients, knows what they want, how they envisioned. You guys do what we call vision board. You
Mm.
know the vision board that you agreed with your clients. This is how they want their event to go. Let us just give them precisely what they want. Now, in the course of that event, can one or two things, get amiss, not go according to plan? Then, as an MC, you can suggest that these things that you people said let us do here, because of this X, Y, and Z, this might not be feasible here. Okay, what can we do? They seek your opinion. Okay, let us do this, or let me do this to buy time, or let me do this. Let us shuffle the program a bit like this. I'll give you an instance. An event that I did recently. Uh, uh, an event that I did recently, the client said he was going to change. And I warned the client, I'm like, sir, if you go and change, before you come back, some of these dignitaries, there were governors there, ministers, some of these dignitaries, by the time you go to change, they will start getting agitated. Some of them may leave. And I bet you, before the client came back, two governors had left. I was like, Uncle, let us just cut the cake in this outfit before you go and change.
Happens all
At
the time.
least you would have had. So you have all those dignitaries coming, and then you don't have any memory of them coming in.
Mm.
So
Happens
when you
again.
are talking about, so when Lara is saying that about difficult things with my clients, there's so many instances I can give you. Fragmented homes, that, but like I say, I don't put people, I won't put people's business out there, because the place of an MC is also a place of trust. There are couples, that there are parents that they've not spoken to each other for years. It is that wedding day that is bringing them together for the first time, and they entrust you with that information. And when they are entrusting you with that information, it is still your responsibility to ensure that they all look good, like one united, happy
Exactly.
family.
Yeah. Very
Even though
important.
people in the background know that something is amiss, but on that day, they be like, maybe they've settled. "Bóyá ó parí ẹ̀, àbí wọ́n ṣe kíni." It's not your business. Your business is to make everybody look good. You know.
Which is very important. Which is very important.
Like someone said to you, you just broke your policy of not speaking about your client. Yeah, I'm not talking about any particular client.
Yeah.
I'm just saying things that happen in the line of duty. Larry Emma Kobami.
Oh, well, it's not cover now. You did this just you are not saying anything. I
Yeah.
am not saying anything out of the ordinary, but really that is one, and that's the question I have to ask an MC, because it's also a question alagas deal with, and a question event planners also deal with. I remember years ago there was a job in Bamora, and we literally had to divide the hall into four. So the bride's father was on side, bride's mother was on one side, groom's family was on one side, then the bride and groom's friends were on another side, which is really part of things we need to do, things younger MCs should know. So we did not break any.
So you have
It's
to read.
just
I
saying.
mean, the honest truth is that whether you're the MC, whether you're a planner, we're all in a position of responsibility for that day.
That's it.
So apart from being paid to render a service, it's a position of trust, a position of responsibility. I mean, I'm sure you guys have clients that, you know, um, that genuinely they really want the best for their children that day, but they can't afford everything. They will tell you, okay, let us pay you X amount now after we balance you. It's not for you to be doing church or chop and down that this client, no, it's a position of responsibility. And let me tell you one secret. It's when you pass that position of responsibilities that when those clients see that they can actually trust you with vital responsibility and information, that keeps them coming back to you,
Yeah.
because you are just like a safe space for them. Like, no, anything they are doing, their friends is doing, it's like default setting. Use Baby, use Lara. they won't give you problem. And whatever you tell them they will do, they will help you cover a lot of things, God safe. That is how people get referrals. That's how people get by in life, word of mouth. Because at the end of the day, the event is good. They'll be asking who the planner is. And this client can make or that person, don't go near them.
Yeah. Thank you for answering my question.
Thank you.
My question is to God bless. God bless. For me, the most important thing at an event is the music, the band. How do you deal with that responsibility? Because for me, the band is what makes or breaks an event. How do you deal with that responsibility?
Especially when it's that nobody is dancing or moving.
Exactly. Like I said before, there's a reason why I am still here after 2 decades. You understand?
My daughter will say,
Because
clock it.
2 decades plus. Now, this is what happened. Now, if I have an event, first of all, I know how to read my crowd.
Mm.
When they are not dancing, it's a problem. But there is a vendors meeting, right? We had a vendors meeting. I'll ask question. The tribe, where are they from? Is it Yoruba? You know, when they say Yoruba, Yoruba, I know exactly what to do. Yoruba, Igbo, I know Yoruba, Benin, Delta, I know exactly what to do. Now, I know the right songs to play. That has been with me for a very long time. I discovered this thing for a very long time. So if even if I'm playing, if I even have a plan, or maybe even from the client, any request from the client, if I play the song 1, 2, 3 times, and there's no response, even people sitting down, no response, I'll change the music immediately. Even if I need to play the song for like 2 minutes, I'll change the music immediately. That is what I do to handle the situation. I don't really like it when I am playing, the band is playing, and people are sitting, they are not dancing. Even when they are dancing, and I play the next song, and 1 or 2 people walk away, I know there's problem. I have to change the music. I have to keep the flow going. That is what I do. But sometimes when they leave the stage, maybe they are tired. And yes, I don't make them tired. You understand? So professionally, that is why I'm still here. That is why I'm still here, because me on my own, I do my homework big time. Every event, I have to be there early, set my instrument, do my sound check, make sure everything, my costume, everything. I am in the business. This is business. This is business. The business
100%.
part, I don't
100%.
joke with it. I don't joke with that. Let me just deviate. TA said something. Demola said it too. You know, sometimes when I meet some MCs or even comedians, you know, when I know that they know their onion, I hug them. I say, now you there here. Thank God. Because some will turn this event to comedy. Like what TA said,
I
you
get,
know.
I,
Yes, like what TA said.
I get it. You know, it's a common joke. What you
Yes,
say is a common joke amongst us. Once I reach venue and I don't say God, now everybody, but the first thing is that thank God, because they make
exactly.
my work lighter. I know my work will be
Exactly.
easier.
Exactly. For example, DJ Bola, I don't know if he's here around or if he's still listening. Like if I meet some DJs, do you know what I do? I meet them. I tell them that, Oga, see, we need to enjoy. We have our turns, right? Please, we will play High Life or we'll play old school. You do Ninja. Because all the songs the DJ will play, we know them. But let everybody have their own time. Let the people enjoy the music. So if I am doing Ninja, Afrobeat, and you want to do old school, I will not do the old school. I will not. Then if you do old school, we'll do Ninja. You know, let the air, let people, let there be fun. You know, so
Yeah.
this is what I do. That is most of the DJs, or professional DJs and the MCs. When we meet, we already know. Like
Like,
TNA, no, we not they get problem. We not,
like this thing is saying. So I have my personal microphone that I carry to events, but I can't even remember the last weekend I used it because once I get to the venue and I see, oh, it's ebony band, it's vintage, it's sharp, it's sugar. I know equipment is sorted. I don't even bother with my microphone. It's just in the car as backup. You get the quality of the sound from the band is there, the competence is there, and you are sure that it's not just one person that is singing. They have different singers. One person is doing high life, another person is doing those. So it varies. They can even last longer. But when you see a band, it is one person that is trying to do everything.
Mm.
Sometimes it wears the audience out. There are bands that I don't enjoy working with because I'm like, this thing can be better. Why did they even, I find myself going to the band, guys, maybe you should try singing this, play that, play
Mm.
that. This audience, they don't like. So, I mean, when I'm working with these kind of people, I know they bother. Myself, I they groove, and they enjoy it, and they catch the groove. We they do it safe. But,
Exactly now.
you know,
No, it's true. It's true. So
There's
did I answer your question?
there's a
Yeah.
trend video of a band singing, a female band, I guess, singing, and then I guess the MC is trying to tell the band to wrap up, and the lady just did not. She just kept singing. I didn't really listen to what she was saying, but I know what she was singing was responding to the MC. People kept sending it to me. I think yesterday or something, and I know that I know sometimes that happens with bands and MCs. But I guess just like you said, when there's a relationship, both professionally and sometimes personally, the types of people you're working with. You don't have
Exactly.
to say, Ebony, turn off your music. We want to do something, a signal, it might be scratch of the ear or something. And, I'm sure everybody just gets it.
No, it happens. Sorry, it happens. Even in my band, they get carried away most times when they see this spiritual whatever. They get carried away most times, and I always have a meeting with them. Look, I am paid, and I'm paying you well. You don't need to see that spray for you to put your guitar on top of your head and tumble. You understand? Yes, now because they pay them well. You understand? Spray na appreciation.
Extra. Mm.
So sometimes when the MC says stop, if I'm not there, maybe I went out to make a phone call, whatever. There will be a problem. They will continue. But if I am there, although I have a manager, if I will tell them, oh, if this happens, oh, let it be like that. Even me, I'll tell them to stop. They'll tell me, for what? Are
Even
you
if that
okay?
goes in fact,
Are
they
you okay? They
like,
still want to continue. Because listen, this is all about the client.
yeah.
It's all about the atmosphere, the fun. You understand? If the MC says stop, he's following the program, right? Yes. So when they say stop, they want to carry on. So, but things like that, like I said, professionally, I take my work seriously. That is why I make sure every time I am there. You understand? So it happens. That if the band leader, they, some band, they depend on spray. They don't charge what they are supposed to charge. So when that money is dropping, they will not stop.
mm,
But like I said, there are bands and there are bands. You
Yeah.
understand? There are bands and there are bands.
I mean, just to buttress what God bless said again is that the relationship and the relationship and mutual respect that we have for each other also helps because
Exactly.
I can tell you for a fact that it can never happen for me to tell Ebony Band to stop playing and they will not stop. It can never happen. I can beat my chest on that. Even King Sonia, the biggest Palm One, I will not be on the stage with them and tell them, Alaji, you have to stop now, and they will not stop. It's because of the relationship that we have. They
Exactly.
respect my work. They know I have absolute respect for them. And then if I'm telling them, if I'm giving an instruction, they know where it is coming from,
Exactly.
whether it is what has been agreed. There are times that you tell the band you're only playing for 2 hours or you're only playing for 30 minutes because that is what the client wants. There are other
Exactly.
bands there are other bands, and there are other entertainment lineup. So your own slots, you don't go beyond it.
Exactly.
But sometimes they be like, okay, somebody is praying, so they can't stop. Sometimes I understand that, and I make excuses for it, because in all honesty, maybe the clients themselves may be the ones praying on stage that time, and it will be
No, yes, yes.
embarrassing for
No,
me.
see, the client, right? If they are
Yeah,
on stage, right?
yeah,
That we can just give a little time because you can't just stop the
yeah,
music.
exactly. So, and
Yeah.
this is where the MC comes in stage, and they're exceeding the timing that we are. I walk up to them and say, Uncle, it's the cutting of cake that is next. You people have to stop dancing. Madam, mommy, it is time for your children to go and change, or to do the vote of thanks, or we want to speak, or want to. You tell them what is next, because they themselves are already aware of the agreed event flow. That's why I said, working with your planner, listening to your planner, because the planner is the one that they poured LD brief on. Is the planner that debriefs you. So when the planner tells you this is the sequence of events, know that the planner didn't just craft this thing off the top of her head. It is in conjunction with the person who is paying, and they know why they said they want to go this route. Yours is to help them drive through that route as safely, as secured, and as much fun as possible.
So, are you saying that sometimes in an event, maybe I'm going overboard here,
Yeah,
and an event, and someone comes, for example, maybe an uncle or you know who I am, and he's saying
yeah.
I need to. Maybe the bride has said, "Oh, I don't want you recognizing anybody at my events. I just
Mm-hmm.
want, you know." So how do you manage that when somebody,
Babe,
you know, people now come with the paper and say, "Yeah, recognize this
babe,
person, recognize
babe,
that."
that I have a master's degree in that one. Even
I think
PhD,
so.
even PhD self.
I think you do. Yeah, I believe you do. Yeah, yeah. I
Go
believe.
and meet them. Auntie, go and meet them.
Mm.
I'm strictly following instructions. No recognitions at this party. It is that
Simple,
simple. You have
simple,
to be
simple,
decisive about it.
simple.
The person that paid you said no this is no that.
Exactly,
There are
exactly.
events that we do that they say, TA, please, no jokes, no games. I want my events very formal, very pristine, very. It's what the client wants.
You give to the clients.
If they tell you that they don't even want to hear Nigerian sound, the Nigerian music, they want to hear
Exactly,
classic, old school, foreign. That
exactly.
is their concept. That is their. You don't say because of
It's all about the client. It's all about the
everybody
client.
can play
It's
Ajake.
all about the client.
Okay.
And the one that always true. Doing I told you are dancing in, but as a lot of people like one that, but an empty some are the people when the bride is the name of all doing song. Everybody you too dance. I love is dancing in or dancing with her husband, and you are playing Ashawo, Awusha, Ashawo, Awusha. I mean, what are we trying to say? Even
Exactly.
if
Choose your
you
song. See,
say,
sorry,
say
sorry. You know what I tell my guys, eh? I tell them that no matter how good your instruments, how good the sound, how beautiful your costume, or how beautiful you sing, if you don't get the right song, it's a problem. If you don't get the right song, it's a problem. Like what he said now. I don't understand. How can you play that kind of song? Seriously, there this song by this T, your friend now, your best
which
friend,
one? Which
uh,
one?
Mali now. That Mali, that your
Naira Marley.
this song now. Hey, oh God, why me forget? My
Soapy,
singer, my singer,
Soapy.
my singer
Soapy.
from nowhere. He started singing that song. Before I could get to him, the client went to him and tell him, stop this song. And he was like, playing this song. Maybe he saw, because he saw Gen Z's on the floor,
Yeah.
you understand? I don't understand. You know, so sometimes they don't even really have it. They don't have it. Choice of song matter a
Yeah.
lot. A lot.
Yep.
Sorry to cut you short, bro.
No. I mean, you just hit the nail on the head, so it's fine.
Yeah, I think you guys have enlightened us. Thank you so much. I don't know if you have any rant you want to rant, what you think we can do better before you tell us what's your baby, what do you always round up with?
I want to talk about event planners.
Ah,
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Event planners.
we're on it.
on your voice, are you sure we should open that
please.
Yeah,
No,
that
please,
page
that's
oh
part
no,
because
of the
I will
reason
open
why
the
we're
page.
here. No,
I will
it's
open the
fine.
page. You see,
It's fine. That's
First
part
of
of why we're here. It's okay.
Okay, first of all, you know, event planners, you will not want maybe the MC or the band leader to communicate with the client, right? Then we are supposed to work together, right? Now, in the situation where we come and there's a problem about space, the 2 weeks ago I had an event and we came for the event vendors
Vendors
meeting.
meeting.
Yeah, and we're given a space. We're given a space to set. All of a sudden, in the morning, the event planner just wants to look good before the client. Now we were choked, and I was there in the morning, very early in the morning, and I said, "Madam, this is not the space they gave to us." So they set table in front of the band, tables in front of the band. Then Anna called. I went to meet her nicely. I said, "Can we do something?" They were speaking Yoruba. I said, "They hear Yoruba." You understand? Now I said I will call the client because I have a personal relationship with the client. I
Relationship
don't
with the
know.
client.
I told her first, too. I know you don't like it, too. I'll call the client, too. She started blah blah blah. She was just shouting. I kept my cool, and I called the client. Now she got upset. That is not just it. She was just telling the client. She didn't even tell the client why I was even asking them to remove the table. Hers was, she was just telling the client that this how many tables now? He's telling us to remove one of the tables. Hello, you know. Then I said, okay, where are we going to sit down? No chairs. You already asked. I said 20 chairs. You know what they said? They said we should go out. Hey, we should go outside. If we are not playing, we should go outside and sit down. Me, Ebony. Okay, now, all right. I have to call the client, and it was sorted
They said you
out.
should go outside and sit.
Yeah, sit down, no. If we're not playing. And I told them, now if you call the band, if it is going to take us time to walk in before we start playing our instrument or even singing, it will take time. Hope you're okay with that. She said yes. Immediately I knew that, okay, no, this one, like I said, just enter market. Seriously, it just enter market. You understand? What I want to say is that event planner, not just some, you know, they don't really care about the band. They just want to look good before the clients. They don't care about the band. I'm not talking about food though, because we're not paid to come and eat or drink. You understand? We're not paid to come and eat or drink. That I've sorted out with my band. But if they bring food, because if I catch you eating, you go know your salary, something don't come out. They know. You understand? So event planners say, please, I want beg una. And when I get association, make una try. They accommodate, listen to the band. You know, because I even told her, I said, my band, we are big, we are 15 on stage. She said I should reduce, oh my God, I should reduce my band members. I don't understand. They pay for full band. You tell me to reduce my band.
Somebody say, why do we need plenty chairs for band? That's what somebody just asked now.
Why do you do what?
He said that why do we need plenty chairs for band? That's what somebody just
Because the
asked now.
band, if the band, like I said, we are 15 members. You understand? When I request for 20 chairs, I go sit down. My PA go sit down. You understand? So I dey request for 20 chairs. That includes the engineer. The chair the engineer will sit on and the assistant engineer. So we need those chairs backstage. Backstage. Or if there's space beside, yes, fine. So that they don't share the tables for the clients, for the guests. I mean, with the guests. You know? So now the problem when I get with event planners with that.
Thank you, and we apologize on the wedding planner or
We
event
agree, we
planner.
go agree, we go agree for vendors meeting. By the time you come, another thing, the workload now, you start seeing them, they won't even listen to you. Come on now. But we already discussed this thing now during the vendors meeting. Okay, for me to even walk up to you, I think you go respect me small now. But no, they will not. Before you know, that's okay.
Apologize.
Give them 10 shares. Hello. What did happen? So the rest will stand up. And we already agreed though on the group chat and vendors meeting. So what is happening?
Event
When you have
planner, what is
Ojogo,
happening?
eh?
sometimes let me come to their defense. Sometimes, to be honest, no matter what you agree that the vendors meeting, like if it be saying a client just increase
Sometimes.
guest list without notice, just put the planner on the run, say that
So
money I'm
let the
expecting
planner
1,000 more people.
nicely tell me that there is a change. At least now, I'm not a dump, you
Yeah,
understand? Just tell
yeah,
me
yeah, yeah.
there is
Got
a
you.
change, I
Yeah,
will understand. But if
valid,
there's you don't now,
Yeah.
there's
valid,
nothing like
valid.
that. How do you want me to feel?
Honestly, it's just like this our job. I believe that the OG event planners, those ones they're okay, but some of these new school, new planners, they need to do better. They
I'm
need to
telling
do better.
you,
If,
hey,
and this is also for me as an MC. I speak for a lot of MCs. One thing that also icks us is the issue of call time. If you know that the event is starting at 4 o'clock, don't tell me to be there for 12 noon. Because if I'm there for 12 and you are still
already chairs and
decorating
table.
and you are still doing it, and when you are now done with that, maybe you are done with that by 3 o'clock. At 3 o'clock, you now start shoot.
Mm.
You now start shoot, cameraman, everybody out. I'll go back. It's not by the time I'm ready to start the event, I'm completely at
Exhausted.
my lowest morale. Do you get?
What Nimi said that. He said that.
So we should be mindful of particularly if when you are sure that the person you are engaging is a professional and is responsible and
Thank
keeps
you.
the time.
Thank you.
There's no need. If you tell me it's 4 o'clock, I know I will be there before 4 o'clock. I know I have to be there latest by 3 o'clock, for instance. I'm good being at an event venue an hour before. It doesn't cost me anything. I'd rather come and be playing with you guys inside the venue or sit in my car. But if I'm there 2 hours before, sometimes I don't even mind. For my own sanity, I like to be around the venue. But 2 hours plus, ah, is not fair.
I think it's because of the new professionals that we have. You know,
It's
some
really new professionals.
yes, so new
Well, yeah.
professionals. You tell some of them, they're telling you, "Oh, I'm at CMS." No, oh, I'm
Oh,
sorry, I'm running
I, I,
late.
I, I also heard that when you were talking to Damola, it was one of the things I wrote down. And I'm just going to call a spade a spade. It's outright irresponsibility.
Yeah,
It's outright irresponsibility. It's not even greed. It's not hunger. It's irresponsibility for you to book two events together and put someone there. It's irresponsible. You get the reason why some of us have stayed this long is because clients trust you and event planners trust you that I will have
Exactly.
peace of mind.
yeah.
Not that you're
No
even
one's
better
an
than.
outside kid. Mm.
Yeah, not that you are the best, but just for my peace of mind, let
Yeah,
me just use this person. He will come on time, he will do my job. I won't shout,
And
I
you won't
won't
go
be
somewhere
managing
else.
him, I
yeah.
won't be doing this. But when you feel that okay, you can charge less and make it up in two, three deep places, it doesn't work out. it doesn't work out. What you end up doing is you end up destroying the brand that you are trying to build.
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
Because
Exactly.
you
Too
you
much
you,
stress.
you
Too
develop a
much stress.
reputation of, oh, an irresponsible person. You
Yeah.
develop the reputation of an irresponsible person. You don't show up here. It's either you start an event, you don't finish, or you start an event and you don't start an event, you come in midway. Someone starts it for you, you come in to end it, or
Mm.
you start it and you don't finish, and they bring someone and you bring someone along the line. So there are MCs and there are MCs, just like my brother said, there are bands
For
and there are
example,
bands.
sorry, like I keep telling my guys, I say it is better for you to wait for the client for 5 hours than the client to wait for you for 5 minutes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100.
It is better for you to wait for the client, for 5 hours than the client waiting for you for 5 minutes. No
Yeah.
problem.
Yep.
No problem.
100%.
You know.
100%. So
So Tia, what do you have to say before you leave? And what do you have um you said planners. So what are we doing that you don't like so that we can
no,
work on it?
no. I,
Content.
And
I mean,
what's your clothing? No, so we can learn.
no. So I mean, you guys have really tried. I've watched all of you like reinvent the game, and it's before it was never a thing of pride that you're an event planner. It was like you're a dropout or you're an unserious person too. But you guys have made it, an enviable profession. So I have to give you guys that. You've done so well. And, the association, even, I mean, you people even have an association. Some of us don't have. But even though you might argue that, some people will argue that not everybody is part of the association, but you guys are doing great. I promise you. But individually, you know, we still have to constantly remind ourselves of the ethos of professionalism and the things that has helped to build the industry to what it is now, because the people who have come into it now, they've come into it on the back of the sacrifices
Yeah,
of
That you
you
guys have made.
guys
yeah.
that you guys have
We all have
made,
faith, all of us in this
that
room.
we all have made, and the
Yeah.
professionalism and all the ethos that we kept to build the industry.
Yeah.
So they should not lose sight of it. Some people are just in it just for the money, because that's what is trending, is making money. You can make money from it, you can build a brand, you can be a renowned. Forget all that. There is a lot of work behind it. So it is that hard work and that real work. The real work is dirty. Is I mean, and when people see you guys at the end of the event and you people are looking fly, I wish they could come and see you guys 1 hour, 2 hours into the event.
Before.
How all of you look. Some of you with big puffy eyes. You slept at the venue. You didn't go home. I mean, all that. We see all that. But the new kids coming, they also have to understand that there's a lot of work and is a lot of professionalism. It's a serious event is a serious business run by serious minded people who, and you cannot take it with
Hint
the
of salt.
levity that they use, that
Mm.
with this levity that they used to hold things with, as a
Baddest.
Gen Z thing. I don't know what they call it, but
Thank you so much. Really, really appreciate you taking your
thank you.
time on a Friday night
Thank you
to
guys
speak
for
to us.
having
Thank
me.
you so much.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you so much.
Yeah.
God bless. Thank you so much as well. Like Bemi always says, to own your craft. I mean, what do you call it, Bemi?
Claim your craft.
Any.
So blah blah blah. What's your living note? What's your final note here? To reclaim your craft, what do we need to do?
Are you talking about me? Are you
Yes.
asking me or TA?
Yes, your final note here. Your final note to the people
Just
listening.
be a professional. Apart from the crafts, the business side of it is very, very important. Very, very important. And that entails a lot of discipline in all ramification, a lot of discipline. And that is the only thing that will keep you going. That will keep you going. Apart from the client, the invitees, they are your potential clients too. You understand? So just be a professional. Whatever is happening, update, upgrade on your craft. That is it. You know, that's my advice. My last word.
Thank you. Auntie, what's your advice to us?
My, my advice, I've given my advice, just same thing God bless said, basically. Let's be professional, let's keep the fire burning. The industry still has a long way to go, even though we're not where we used to be, but there's still a lot more work to do. And let's just keep the fire burning. Let's not lose the essence of what brought us in. Let's keep the professionalism going, and let's not lose the fire. I mean, these days when you see some things, you just wonder, why am I doing this? But the fire that made you start in the first place, don't lose it
Thank you.
against all odds. Because there's a lot of odds.
Yes,
I'm telling you.
plenty.
Thank you so much, guys, for
Thank
coming. DJ Bola, we don't know what happened to you. I don't
And
know if you have a message for us. Thank you so much.
Baba's probably got to play a party this night.
Exactly.
Abio.
All right.
DJ
Thank you
Bola,
for
let us
having
know if you
me.
are still here. Thank you so much.
thank you
Thank
so
you,
DJ
much.
guys.
Bola,
Thank
we'll
you.
wait for you
Onyogo.
if you are still here.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, right.
All right.
DJ
Bye.
Bola, are you
Thank
still
you.
here so we can quickly
Okay.
add you? Thank you, everyone.
Yes,
All right.
Had an event.